Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Tom Sherry. Thank you for joining us on KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Mark is off this evening, so let's get started. And we start with breaking news this evening. One person is in custody, another in the hospital after a shooting in downtown Spokane. Now, we just got off the phone with the Spokane police within the last hour. Now, they're telling us that the shooting happened on Division and Pacific. Now, KREM 2 was one of the first on the scene. We were able to talk to a witness who says her back windshield was hit and shattered during that shooting.
All of a sudden, a guy came out in the middle of the road and he was walking backwards. He had a selfie stick and a gun. And then all of a sudden, I hear a shot in the back, my back window, and my back window marbleized immediately.
Not much else is known at this hour, including the current condition of the victim. We're going to be sure to update you as soon as we get more details and as those details become available. Well, the man who took that iconic Earthrise photo from the first ever manned spacecraft to orbit the moon has died. Astronaut Bill Anders, who was 90 years old, was a pioneer in the early days of space exploration. His son, Greg, confirmed that his father's plane crashed into the waters of the San Juan Islands today. Now, we want to warn you, some of the cell phone video that we're going to be showing you may be disturbing.
Oh my God, look at that picture over there.
A retired U.S. Air Force Major General
Wow, that's pretty.
and astronaut.
You got a color film, Jim?
From all the way to the moon to study the moon, and what we discovered was the Earth.
Bill Anders lived a lifetime by the time he was 40, long before he settled in Anacortes.
These are not just American heroes. Now space is becoming somewhat routine, and I think we've got a lot of people who are younger, maybe, and some others who just have kind of forgotten the role that people like Bill Anders played.
Aviation analyst John Nance had dinner with Anders a few years back. He was among the many saddened by Anders' death. He was flying a post-World War II training plane over the San Juans when he crashed.
It's like something right out of a movie or special effects with a large explosion and flames and everything.
Anders' body was recovered near Jones Island. In a statement, the Anders family said the family is devastated. He was a great pilot. He will be missed.
In looking at that video, I don't think he had any control on the way down. He was the type of guy who knew everything you need to know to be able to fly an airplane like that and get out of problems with it. But this type of airplane doesn't present you with many. So it's a shame that we will never know for sure what happened.
Nance said that type of plane does not have a voice recorder. 54 years ago, Nance watched with the rest of the country as Anders and two others became the first men to orbit the moon on Apollo 8. Anders snapped the iconic Earthrise photo.
Thank you, Apollo 8.
2 years ago, he told King 5 that kick-started the environmental movement. He also vowed to keep living his way.
I'll keep flying as long as I can crawl in the airplane.
Well, that was King 5's Jim Nelson reporting. The NTSB is investigating the crash. NASA's administrator said that Anders embodied the lessons and the purpose of exploration. Well, today was the first day that I actually felt like summer weather. So let's take a first look at the forecast with meteorologist Michelle Boss.
It's going to feel like summer all weekend long. We had the 80s today. That's about 10 degrees above average, and those 80s are going to be sticking around all weekend, though. We do have the potential for a little bit of active weather as we get into Sunday. Nothing really going on right now, though. As we take a look at satellite and radar, we have got clear skies all across the inland northwest, from central and eastern Washington all the way into northwest Montana. And temperatures, of course, warmed up into the 80s, though. We have got quite a span of temperatures at the 10 o'clock hour, from the coolest spots up in North Idaho, 55 in Sandpoint, to one of the warmer spots, 76 still in Wenatchee. Right now in Spokane, a very comfortable 72 degrees. Short-term forecast looks pretty nice. Skies will stay clear overnight. We're looking at lows to bottom out very mild in the low to mid 50s, and there will be no shortage of sunshine tomorrow for any of your outdoor activities, but that's also going to be bringing the heat as well. So we're looking at highs maybe a degree or two warmer than today, 83, mostly sunny skies. Still warm on Sunday, but a little bit more cloud cover and a chance for some afternoon and evening isolated storms.
Well, we are just about 12 hours away now from the Spokane Pride Parade that's taking over the downtown core. Tens of thousands of people are expected to attend tomorrow's parade, but the party already started tonight. So if you're headed downtown, here are a few things that you should know. The parade will start at noon and goes through the downtown core. The route will start on West Spokane Falls Boulevard and North Stevens Street and then end at the entrance of Riverfront Park where the Pride Crosswalk is located. As Spokane gets ready for tomorrow's Pride Parade, KREM 2's Nathan Yun has more details this evening.
Spokane Pride tell me that extra police officers will be on hand for the parade and that people should expect a safe event. Spokane Pride Executive Director Matthew Danielson has prepared for Spokane's Pride Parade since last year.
It's families, it's friends, and it's just us having the best weekend of the year.
Danielson says more than 100 participants will take part in this year's parade. The parade has gone on in Spokane for more than 3 decades and continues to grow.
It has grown so much. It's like tens of thousands of people out here. We're one of the community's largest events now.
But because of the crowd,
we're taking all the necessary precautions. I mean, for an event this size, security is top of our mind.
Spokane Pride say there'll be de-escalation trained volunteers and private hired security on hand throughout the day. And Spokane police say they'll have extra officers along the entire parade route as well as officers directing traffic.
This is a really critical moment to continue to show support and as LGBTQ people to show up and say, we're still here, we're still proud.
Zach Sapone is a Spokane City Council member. He helped push new legislation in Washington State which makes hate crimes on public property a felony.
In Spokane, we all belong, and making sure that we're emphasizing our hate crimes and making sure that people across different walks of life all feel like they belong in Spokane.
Danielson says there's been more vandalism against LGBTQ+ people this past year, but that vandalism is not having the intended effect.
But it does kind of feel like the vandalism is making Pride more important and more visible. If you're feeling like vandalizing, like you're just kind of giving us more power and making us come together as a community.
The parade is expected to take about an hour. Right after the parade, Spokane Pride will also have a festival with local vendors and performances at Riverfront Park throughout the rest of the afternoon. There'll be local vendors and performances, and if you do plan on attending the parade tomorrow, make sure to get to downtown early. In Spokane, Nathan Yun, KREM 2 News.
Well, now to Night Beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. A major update on the disappearance of a missing 2-year-old girl, her father, and his fiance. Pullman police and the FBI believe that they've fled to Mexico. Now, no one has seen them since last Wednesday. The FBI has been helping Pullman police in tracking down Aaron Ong after he failed to return his daughter to her mother, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest. Pullman police thought he was originally headed to Montana to buy camping gear, but now they believe the 3 are likely down in Mexico. Police believe they've been traveling in a black 2014 Cadillac XTS with this Idaho license plate that you see on your screen. They think that Ong's disappearance is connected with his fiancee, Nadia Cole. Now, she went missing after walking out of the SeaTac airport last week. So far, police have not said where the group could be headed to in Mexico. If you have any information, you are asked to contact police, and we've got that number for you right there on your screen. Well, Chad Daybell is appealing his murder conviction and his death sentence. This is a new mugshot that was obtained today from the Idaho Department of Corrections. Court records show that Daybell's attorney filed the paperwork earlier this week, citing questions over the jury, a motion to dismiss, and an indictment that was amended during the trial. A jury found Daybell guilty of killing his wife of nearly 30 years, Tammy, and 2 of his current wife's kids, JJ and Tylee. That same jury sentenced him to death.
The bear, when it came in and tore through here, it just tin canned the feed barrel and rolled it over.
Well, the Stevens County grizzly bear we first told you about last year is back, and this time it's targeting chicken coops in Chewelah. The grizzly was first spotted in the Onion Creek area north of Colville last fall. According to the Stevens County Sheriff's Office, the bear was spotted last Sunday morning breaking into another chicken coop in Chewelah. The Sheriff's Office says the bear had broken into a chicken coop and stole food. Previously, Washington Fish and Wildlife officials captured that bear and then relocated it to the Colville National Forest. Wildlife officials advised people in the area to make sure that their property is bear-proof. Well, that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. You know that one, KREM.com. And that was also KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But